Good morning, good evening. How you doing, guys? Where you been? It's been ages. I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you again for supporting the channel all of last year. Really appreciate it. We're about 250 odd off of 3,000 subscribers. So, little plea: if you don't subscribe to the channel, please just click the subscribe button. It really helped me out. I'm going to try and keep I've said this so many times, don't I? I'm going to try and do a few more regular videos. This is my first one for about 6 weeks, I think. But December was absolutely manic. Really busy. And the only videos I was really doing were for the property maintenance companies that I have to do videos for. Yeah, you're going to see some of those now. So that's what this video is, just a mashup basically of a few jobs that I've done for property maintenance companies. What else? What's been going on? I'm going to be a granddad again. So my boy Josh, they've already got Florence, who's just turned 4, but they found out on the day before Christmas Eve, so on the 23rd, they found out that they're having a baby boy this time. So it's due, I think he said, in May or June. So yeah, that's lovely. Actually, help us out, guys. So they're having a boy. They got some lovely girls' names that they like, but they can't decide on a boy's name. So any suggestions down there, please, for boys' names for my new grandson. What else? Like I say, I haven't really been able to video anything. I've been so busy. I had a trip to New York in December, excuse me, which was absolutely fantastic. Busy, mad, but fantastic, and I want to go back at some point because there's still so much I didn't get to see. But yeah, that's about it. January's pretty much, it's calmed down a little bit, but it's still busy, but it's calmed down a bit from what December was. That was, yeah, mad. But yeah, I'm going to start trying to video some more now. I'm trying to keep them a little bit more regular if I can. But you know me, sometimes, well, those that have been subscribers for a while, sometimes it just gets a bit too much with all the trying to video. When you're busy trying to video, you trying to get on the job, get to your next job, and then you have to edit them, you know, in the evenings, and you know, it does become quite a bit of work. But I'll do what I can for you. But enjoy these videos. Like I say, these ones are it's just a mashup of videos that I did for property maintenance companies and letting agents and Airbnbs that use me regularly. So enjoy. Right, so we've got a customer saying she's struggling to lock the front door. It's a Malenko. I don't know if you can see that. No, it's a Malenko. Now, in the door, even with the door open, you're really having to force that up. God, blimey. Like that. Everything works, but you're really having to force it. So just going to take the mechanism out and see if there's anything we can do, give it an overhaul. Alright, so we've got the mechanism back in, and that's all working freely now, but the door is not actually locking very nice in the actual, in the frame. So as you can see, I need to sort that out. Alright, that's this one done. So we've excuse me, adjusted the hinges. That's lifting up lovely now. It's not the best the key cut, so you have to put it in and take it out. There you go. It's locked. Unlocked. Alright guys, got a situation here of a failed gearbox. Now we've got the door open because there's no hooks on it. We've got the door open by opening the middle bit, pushing it out and sliding it. But it's failed in this position. I can't even get the cylinder out to get the mechanism out to change the gearbox. Right, we've got it out, guys. What we did, we ended up hitting on the deadbolt with a rubber mallet at the same time as I was turning. So I've got Steve with me. At the same time, I was doing the handle and turning the key like that, doing the handle at the same time. Steve was hitting on that with the rubber mallet, and we've got it over. Big spring popped out. So we managed to get the cylinder out, but we are going to change it out anyway. Don't know what I've done with it now.
It's there, you've put it in it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, this one here. As you can see, I did attempt to try and snap it because at the time I wasn't sure what else we were going to do. And yeah, that would not snap. So they are a proper anti-snap. And also, you can see where I have tried to snap it. I don't know if you can see in here. It's got a slight bend in it. Actually, it looks, you can just see, look, yeah, it's got a slight sort of bow from the front to the back. So we're not going to put that back in. So yeah, anyway, got a new gearbox. So we'll get that fitted using the new Sauber gearbox holder. So we're just, got the magnets there. So we will just pop that in there like that. Pop that in there like that. And then take these off, screws on there, whip it over, job done. So that screw off there. Some of these screws come out, when they come out, they're different lengths. So with this now, I can literally put that.
Oh, that's cool.
In order, yeah. See that screw smaller than that one?
Yeah, slightly.
So you can literally put them in order as they come out. Back on there.
Yeah, I've got to admit.
Good, isn't it?
It's good.
Thank you to the two Pauls, Paul Sauber, Paul Batty. Oh, they didn't give me this, by the way. I have bought it. And that's it. Look at that. Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? Right, so let's just test that that's working.
It's beautiful.
So unlocked. Yeah. Lock it up again. Yep, right, that's it. Right, let's get this back in the door. Get a new cylinder fitted. Give it all a test. Right, there we go. So that's the mech back on. Everything's working. Hunky dory. Right, and obviously it's locking there. So put a new Apex anti-snap cylinder in there, which he's happy with. So yeah, what I've just done there, I've just marked up where all the bolts and that engage. Top's fine, bottom's fine, middle is not fine. So that's our bolt there. If you follow that round, you can see, and you can see where the old one was actually banging against, if I get my fat hand out the way, actually banging against that. So, and we're on the bare minimum on there as well. So I'm just going to use the Magibur and Magibur a bit of that out, and hopefully that will then lock nicely. Hey.
Finally.
Oh. That was a beast, wasn't it?
Absolute challenge.
Phew.
Job.
Right, the night latch, there was a couple of things. I've just taken this apart and refitted it all, but the actual latch itself was all bent up in the case. And also it was set to double lock, and I think that was probably the problem. I think somebody's gone out, put the key in, turned the key, and then that double locks this lock. But I can set it to there, which will prevent that from happening again. So it's now not being, you can't double lock this. You shouldn't be able to double lock it in a flat anyway, because it means if somebody goes out and double locks it, if there's somebody left in the flat, they can't get out. So obviously in the event of a fire, they wouldn't be able to get out. So I've disabled that function now. I'll put the lock back on, I'll show you it all working. Right, there we go, that's the lock back on now. It's all working lovely. You can't double lock this now. Oh, wrong key. So to get in, it's just to pull to the right. If you turn to the left, it doesn't open now, but you can't double lock it. So I think what was happening, they were putting the key in, turning it, and that dead bolts this latch here, stopping anyone from getting out. But I've disabled that, so that can't happen again. But that's all working. nice and tightened up. And from this side, which is the key, that one there. Nope. Okay. Nope, right key. Jesus. There you go. That's it, it's all done. Hi guys, right, so this is the bike shed. I can see exactly what's happened. This has been damaged, the latch. I don't know if you can see that, but it's at an angle. So now this is now not pinging out like it was the other day. So it's barely latching in here. But when the door's closed as well, I mean, this is where the door is latching behind here. And you can see the latch through where those screws are. So they've just got something in there, and look, you can see where there's a bit of damage here and a bit of damage on the door. They've just prized that open. So what I will do, there's nothing wrong with this plate here, this anti-thrust plate, that's fine. But what I'll do, I'm going to put this bit of stainless steel on there to cover that, and I'll use screws that are like, they're forget what they're called. Yeah, security screws, that's it, that's the word. They're security screws, so they'll tighten up one way, but they won't undo. Other than that, there's not much else you can do to prevent it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. Right, it's the new latch and that fitted, so you can properly see this now. It's actually fully engaging. If you look through where the screws are here, if you can see that, but I can see it here, the actual latch is fully engaged there, and you can't get, if you was to get a screwdriver in there, it's properly like engaging, which it was before anyway, but obviously you could see through there. So right, so now I'm just going to put this this plate on here to cover that, to stop anybody getting a screwdriver or anything in there to gain access. Right, there we go guys, so this is a stainless steel hardened plate that I've put on with security screws. So the way these screws work, just in case you don't know, they'll tighten up that way, but obviously when you go to undo them, there's nothing for you to bite onto. So yeah, I've put in extra ones, so the plate actually only comes with them down this side, but I've put these ones in extra, just to stop anyone getting in and trying to prise it off. Obviously there's nothing wrong with this, they haven't actually damaged that, just to make it a bit more solid. That's got to be like that, otherwise, because there's a gap between the door, otherwise the latch won't latch onto that. But this is all working perfect again now, how it was when I left it the other day. Renewed the latch on there, so it's a new latch. But if you listen now, there's no sort of play in the door. Oh, very little play. So I've tightened it up, hopefully that'll do it. So what they've done, they've jimmied in here, look, you can see the damage there and there. And over here is actually broken. Yeah, look, it's been cut off. I think you said an angle grinder. Yeah, bastards. Right, anyway, so yeah, from this side, look, it's solid. And yeah, it's all done. Cheers, guys. Right, so this is all done. So we opted for a British standard night latch at the top, because the one that's on there, very low security, really easy to get into. And we've changed the deadlock as well, which is what we was originally going to do. This the old deadlock, it was a 5 lever, but not British standard. So this one here is British standard, got the kite mark there. This is also British standard. So both high security locks. Just show you, that's that. And that's locked down there. Bottom one comes with 2 keys. Top one comes with 3 keys. Don't ask me why. I don't know why they do that. Same brand as well. Yeah, and that's it. So this also can be locked. The handle can be locked on the inside to prevent anybody getting their hand through the letterbox, and that locks that handle. But if the handle was locked, you can still basically get in from the outside with the key. So that all still works. Just need to be aware that if you're inside, you need the key to get back out. You need to be able to turn that and then turn that 360, and then that does that. Yeah, so to put it on the latch, you just pull the handle down, push the button in, and then the door's on the latch. And then to release it, just pull the handle down. When the door closes, this little snib here will go onto this. I've had to cut all this in actually. This was a bit of a job to actually make this look tidy. But that little button there rests on there, and what that does, when that's pushed in on that bit on the frame, it pushes the bolt out even further and deadbolts it. So that means that nobody can use the credit card trick to get in. And that's basically it. And the new key down there for the deadlock. But like I say, that's all that working. And then from the outside, the only other thing you've got to be aware of is this little spinning disc, which if it's over at that side, don't worry about it. It's designed to move and spin to stop anybody from trying to drill the lock. So if it's not in that orientation, there's nothing wrong with it. You just need to move it around with your key, and the door opens either way. So got the lock off here, and there's nothing actually wrong at all with the lock. It's turning the handle, turning both ways. Let's do the other way, going all the way back. The keys, where did I put the key? Yeah, keys turning. I mean, it's a bit dry. I'll put some spray or something in there, but other than that, that's all working fine. So I'm not too sure what the problem is. I'll put it all back together and I'll show you it all working anyway. Right, there we go. That's back on. It's working absolutely fine. So I don't really know what the problem is there, but that's all working. That's latching. I mean, I presume whoever was locked in knows about the snip, but then you said you could get in from the outside. So yeah, like I say, that's all working fine, all back on. And I've put some GT85 in there just to give that a bit of a spray up. That's all working. It's all working perfectly. That's the sash lock fitted. Keeps on there, so that's locked. That's unlocked. That's that one done. And then front door's all done. This is the new 3-star thumb turn. It comes with 5 keys here. You can register your lock if you want to stop anybody being able to duplicate it. It does mean that you'd have to go to the company to have any more keys cut, and you can register for the warranty, and then that within 28 days, and then that allows you to qualify for this £22,500 breaking guarantee if anybody breaks in through the thumb turn cylinder. But that's that there. So 3-star cylinder, all working lovely. That's that. And lastly, we've done the 3 handles. So we've done the one here, which is all working lovely. That's locked, so unlocked, handle up, that's that. And then the other 2 in the conservatory. So again, that's locked, unlocked. That's that one, and the same with this one. So unlocked. The door was actually shut when I got here, but somehow this had just been pushed in and wedged in. There's no latch function on this. Normally there's a little button there, so I don't know how they've done that. So obviously I've opened the door, the latch has sprung out, and now it won't open from this side, from the keypad. So everything's working fine there on this side, but from this side, even when you put the code in, so let's see, X, it's just not working. So I'll take it apart, see if there's anything that I can fix, and then report back. Right, I've taken it all apart, put that back in. It's still not working. CX. Still not pulling down where it should, so it won't open. So I'm going to take it apart fully. I've just taken the screws out. I'm going to take these screws out and these screws and just see if I can do anything on the back. Found the problem, but unfortunately it can't be fixed. The clear button had failed. It is one of these. Oh, I don't know, I can't remember which one it is now, but yeah, the clear button was just getting wedged. It wasn't clearing the code basically, which meant every time the code was being put in, it wasn't being cleared, so it was never going to open the handle. So I've got this one here, which is the same as basically that one over there. It is slightly different in size to this one. So when I line the latch up there, there's going to be a little hole above, but I'll put some decorator's cork or something in that. But yeah, right, let's get this fitted then. Right, we're done. So new code lock, there is a small hole. I've actually just looked for some decorator's cork and I don't have any, I'm afraid. But it matches that one quite nicely. There's a little hole above that one. So yeah, this is all done. See, it's working lovely, and from this side, it's all working lovely. So that's it, done. I really wanted to try and save this one, but yeah, I just wasn't able to do it. So right, there you go, guys. This is the problem. The handle is actually snapped off there. So I don't think I've got a grey one of these in stock. I'm pretty sure I've only got a brass or a chrome, and everything else on here is brass. So yeah, I'll fit the brass one on there, and then if they don't like it, let me know and I'll have to change it for a grey one to match this. But yeah, I'll do that and then I'll let you know. All done. So this is the brass one. Like I say, they've got a brass handle there. It's all brass out here, so it doesn't look too bad actually. So that's the new one fitted. This is quite a big door, big old heavy door, so it might be worth you sending a note asking them to use this handle as they when they open it, because otherwise they're doing that, putting pressure on this, and that's going to break again eventually, which is exactly what's happened with this one here. The handle's snapped out of there. The snib was disconnected on the old one. I've also disconnected this one, but I do it in a way where you can still keep the button, so that doesn't actually do anything, that button, so nobody can get locked out. So yeah, but I just do it in a way where you can keep the button and you're not left with a hole there. So, but that's this one all done. What we're doing here, guys, is the customer's got this Sierra Vectis, these double doors, and they're just a bit, it's a bit clunky. So we're going to take it out and just see if we can get that to operate a little bit smoother. And also, he's saying even when you can close them, they're not fitting particularly well, so just see if we can get them working a bit better. Right, guys, we've got it going a bit better, so that's now moving much more free. I took the whole mechanism out, gave it all a flush out, and I've also taken out the little chute bolts that go top and bottom. They were causing a little bit of problem, but they're now working nice and freely. Managed to get in there and show you this little tool that I got for Christmas actually, for my stepson Brandon. So it's a little mini screwdriver, but you get all of these bits, all these sockets, little ratchet set, a little extender bit, all those little bits. Look, Wearer, I love the Wearer stuff, it's so good. Yeah, that just obviously sits in there. But yeah, it's pucker, although that's not good. That hopefully is in, yeah, there we go, in my pocket. But yeah, good little set, and it's perfect for this because I didn't have my angled bit for the drill to get under there, so, and I've had to park a mile away. But yeah, get the handle back on now, get all the screws back on for to put the strip back on, and then we'll get it working in the frame a bit better. Right, it's all back in, so that's all working really nice now, really smooth, everything's working lovely. Bolts coming out there, lovely. But it's still not closing very nice in the door. You've got to lift it right up to that point there, so I'll try and make some adjustments and get that working a bit better as well. Right, I think we're there. Okay. much better than it was. Yeah. Right, we're done. Right, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little mashup. Just a mixture of jobs, like I say, that was over Christmas and over December, and ones I had to do for property maintenance companies and Airbnb. So I'll try and keep them a bit more regular if I can. But like I say, it all depends on how busy I am. That's it for this video. So please, if you don't subscribe, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell, and then you'll get notified whenever I do a new whenever I do a new video. Hit the like button and any nice comments, and boys name suggestions down there, please, guys, and see you all next time. Love you all. Thank you.